Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Molly duPont with duPont Registry Tampa Bay, and I'm so pleased to introduce you today to the co-chairs for Hidden Gems, a virtual fundraiser for Johns Hopkins All Children's. Thank you so much. This is Beth Vivio and Janice Weber, and they were going to share with us today how they're making it all happen. So ladies, let us know what's going on.
Well, this year is something really special. So the hospital has a long history of these great signature fundraising events. And Hidden Gems is the theme of our event this year, but it's now being called A Night for All Children. And it brings together two classic galas. One is the Charity Ball, which Janice is very familiar with and will speak to in a moment. Charity Ball has been going on for over 90 years. And also VIP auction, which has been happening in the community for just over 30 years. So A Night for All Children is a combination now. We've brought these two events together. And of course, they both had the mission, and this new event still has the mission to support all the great work at Johns Hopkins All Children's.
Yes, and what was happening is that both Charity Ball and VIP auction were all raising money for Johns Hopkins All Children's, but we're going to the same sponsors, and it seemed kind of silly, so it's been good to put it all together. The money's going to the children anyway, and yes, this would have been the 90th Charity Ball this year, and Mother was chairwoman of the ball 47 years ago, and I attended with my husband, and so it's kind of been a family mission. So this one will be virtual, but it's the same reason.
Things we never could have predicted in 1974, never mind 2019, right? But somehow we've all learned to adjust. Can you share with us a little bit about what you've done to turn something that I assume would be a lovely black tie evening at one of our gorgeous places here in the Tampa Bay area and will now be virtual?
Well, like a lot of other nonprofits, we had to, the word that we keep hearing is pivot. We've had to pivot to virtual, but fortunately there are a lot of great companies that have become experts in this. So we're really relying on support from, event company and, the online bidding service. So through technology, we'll be able to have what we hope is a really fun and successful event that'll, tell stories about the hospital and really just raise awareness about all the great work that's being done.
And as I was getting ready this morning, I decided to wear these scrubs that the foundation there at All Children's gave me a couple years ago when I went on a tour. And having been raised here in the Tampa Bay area and also raised our sons here, this is the only thing I've gotten from All Children's. Luckily, we have not had a visit, but wow, was I so impressed. And also I learned so many things about the human body and about illness and recovery. But what I remember almost the most is that when they took us up to see the helicopter pad and this trick that your brain does that thinks because it knows that because there's not a curb around the edge, you're going to jump off. I was very dramatic, but I made it out there, and it was literally from top to bottom. What a fabulous education to learn about everything offered and to see the research that's being done right here in St. Petersburg and all the different aspects of bringing a child there, whether it's emergency, surgical, or to see a specialist, is super impressive, and we're so lucky. And come a long way from what your mother had in mind, right, Janice?
Oh, things were totally different back then. In fact, I can remember as a child, before All Children's, there was called the American Legion Crippled Children's Hospital on 22nd Avenue South. And I don't know why she took me, but one of those things you remember forever. She took me there, and I saw children in iron lungs who had polio. And I didn't mind getting my shot after that because I didn't want to be in one of those iron lungs. But yeah, that was her driving force. And my daughter was in All Children's when she was 3. And I felt like she got the best care. They let me spend the night next to her. And my granddaughter was born at the baby place. And so, yeah, it's been important in our life for a long time.
That's so wonderful and so impressive to know that an institution has stuck around through multiple generations and improved themselves. What can you tell me that you're most excited about this event? Is there a special attendee or an auction item, or what has happened and you're having to adjust your plan that has made you really excited?
Wow. Well, when you say adjust plan, like it's it's from top down, top to bottom, a complete adjustment from, you talked earlier about, people in their black tie attire at one of the beautiful, locations here in St. Pete. That's certainly what we had hoped for. But we do, what's great, Janice mentioned earlier about the sponsors who've been so loyal to both Charity Ball and VIP Auction. I'm just thrilled that so many of those same sponsors have come back just to support this event. We're really fortunate.
And also there's 5 guilds. And the other guilds who haven't been able to do anything this year, we're happy to help us out. And they've delivered baskets and things for the silent auction and just been very helpful.
It is amazing during a time where we feel so separated and in many ways torn apart, the people that have come together to really make a difference. And I think, myself and our family being involved with some different nonprofits, I really have not seen personally any downturn. I've seen people finding different ways to be supportive, but I think everyone's really gotten on board, and I've enjoyed the creativity and being able to see, a little bit more, being able to watch later when you can't be at 2 events on the same night. So I think it's going to take a lot to get us out of our comfortable clothes at home and back into black tie, but I know that people are going to be eager to get together when we can safely do that. What can our community do to help you? Are there things that you need? Well, obviously, we're going to share your website and ways that people, I know you don't have to purchase a ticket to be able to participate. Tell me more about the actual evening and what people can expect and how they can participate.
Well, it's really simple. They just can register. There's obviously information on the website, and, if somebody received the invitation, the details are in that as well. But you register, and like you said, you're in the comfort of your own home in your comfortable clothes, and really just join us to learn more about the Center for Behavioral Health. That's the part of the hospital that'll benefit from our evenings events, and encourage your friends and associates to join in as well.
Yes, just tuning in, but we'd love to have more sponsors or anybody who wants to donate something also. Be a live auction and a silent auction.
That will certainly be exciting for people to be able to participate too. I know that we've enjoyed some things that we participated in from home, and it has been nice to have our children be able to see what goes on at something that they don't typically attend. So I'm looking forward to it. I will be logged on. I have a couple items that I'll get together with Connie about to help you all out, and we'll look really forward to touching base with you when it's over, and hopefully there'll be some pictures at least from the homes or gatherings where people are that we can share with our audience. But thank you, each of you, for not only your time today, but your efforts. It's not easy during this time, and it takes a lot of dedication from really strong people to keep supporting our communities. Thank you so much, ladies. It was great to be with you today, even via Zoom, and we look so forward to your event and hearing about your success. And thank you all so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next time on Tampa Bay Talks.